What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah Fah. You already know what it is, man. Um, Means at the redheaded Mexican about a tax plan with that one fight deal. Didn't you say it wouldn't happen? Of course, I said it wouldn't happen, and I still stand by what I say. And and that's in no way am I hating on the fight happening, because and when I said that I truly doubted that this fight would happen, considering who we're dealing with here, and considering how we know how they like to rope guys in, and how if they're going to put a fight together, they're only going to operate on their side of the street. So with that being said, I would I would be of belief, and hypothetically speaking, and pretty much any hardcore boxing mind would be of belief that the shit wouldn't go down, because we already know who likes to fuck up fights time and time again. I mean, let's just look at 2021 in a whole. But with that being said, what I said after I said the fight wouldn't happen, I said, prove me wrong. I would love for you to prove me wrong. And saying I would like them to prove me wrong, because I would love to see the fight. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, shit, the law of averages tell me that they are known to fuck things up. And the reason why we're here today, because of course, it got announced yesterday, this thing is official now. It is absolutely official. But when people tell me things are official, I officially think that it's some bullshit. I tell you guys time and time again, hang on to when the shit when it's actually fight day and we see things occur. You know what I'm saying? That's when you breathe easy. That's when you kick your feet up, because time and time again, we have seen, the only fight cards that we can obviously get hyped up about being taught to sit away side time and time again. So when it comes to this situation, we could do whatever you guys want to do. I mean, we could talk about, the redundant obvious of what's going to happen in this fight. Canelo just kicking this motherfucker's ass in a one-sided fight, which I've told you guys wouldn't go no farther than 6 rounds. Caleb Plant's got 6 rounds in him at best before the body work becomes too much, and then the body shot shakes him and the head shot takes him, or the head shot shakes him and the body shot takes him. Regardless, Canelo is just too much for this kid. I would have loved for it to be Bivol. Because that's a fight I could hang my head on, and I can lay my head on the pillow at night and say, I know it's gonna happen, and it's litty. But once again, like I said, they've proved me wrong. And in doing so, that's great. That's great that they've done so. So hopefully, this fight does come to fruition. But like I said, just because these motherfuckers have made it official, that don't necessarily mean that, I'm in full belief of it. Because what happened on the 11th hour of a fight that was already on Premier Boxing Champions, when it came to Errol Spence and when it came to Manny Pacquiao, when Errol Spence, if the way the casual fight fans, any pundit or anybody is speaking of it, they look at Errol Spence as having all the advantages. Errol Spence is the boogeyman. Errol Spence is the guy who would destroy Pac, give him his retirement plan, no pension needed, send him out the door, swole up with a little check. Now, did that happen? Fuck no. It didn't happen. And this was a guy that's supposed to have all the advantages. Now, all of a sudden, this eye that is already fucked up just magically becomes all the way fucked up again. And now he needs surgery. Didn't he need surgery after, he lost the first match against that windshield in that Ferrari? I'm sure he needed surgery then. But hey, man, like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and get all gassed up about this fight. For one, it's not a fight that I feel like people should be gassed up about. It's just something, it's an accolade. It's an accolade for one of boxing's top fighters. It's another accolade that he can throw in his list of his accomplishments. Because Caleb Plant is something that he will easily destroy. When you look at it like this, who the hell is Caleb Plant for? That he is in any way, shape, or form going to go in there and be able to handle Canelo. We call him soft hands Plant over here. We call him Charmin hands Plant. Because that motherfucker toilet paper soft in the fist. I'm just saying. JD, what's goody, pimpin'? D-Town Blaster, my motherfucking guy. Fah Fah. You already know what it is, man. So, Happy that it's been announced? Cool. But will it happen though? Bruce Ford, my guy, what's popping with you? Will it happen, guys? Will it really happen? Will it happen? I mean, how many have been canceled already this year? How many? How many have been pushed back? Shit, I mean, we were happy that we thought Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua was something that could truly happen. We thought that there was so much money on the line here that these two gentlemen could make, that there would be no way that this fight wouldn't happen. There would be no way that two giants standing in the heavyweight division, both of them coming out of the United Kingdom, would not be able to make this fight happen. There was too much money on the line, too much greatness on the line for it not to happen. And what happened? That didn't come to fruition. Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence once again. That was official. That didn't come to fruition. So I just don't know, man. It's like 2021 is the year of great expectations and last minute fight day deflation. You're going to get this other guy that slid in. It is the year of the substitutes. So this is the substitute fighter reward season. So like in 2021, we need to give awards out for who was the best substitute to step in on the 11th hour and try to save what is an already trash fight card. The only thing we're looking forward to is the main event. I am, and don't take this as, yo, Two Hands is trying to shoot down the card. Two Hands doesn't want to see this happen. I'm just operating off of what boxing is giving us in 2021. So I can't just automatically shift my energy because of a headline. How many times have we shifted our energy because of headlines and they just haven't happened? I don't know, man. Maybe it's just another talking point, man. Could this be a talking point for the next couple of months and then we see Canelo fighting somebody else? I don't know. Could something mysteriously happen to, Caleb Plant? I don't know. I hope not. I would like to think individuals are going to conduct themselves as fighters, but regardless, if he does get into that ring, he's going to get his ass whooped. So regardless of whether he fakes an injury or takes an injury or he gets in the ring, fights Canelo and receives an injury, man, goddamn it, we're going to be dealing with an injury. Whether it's real or fake, we don't know. But hey, man, it's official. I just don't know how much belief I can put there, guys. I just don't know. James Jameson, what's good, my guy? They just teasing us with the fights we really want to see so they can pump up the bullshit they actually give us. Right. And then they're like, I just feel like, man, come on, bro. Like, look at come on, man. Fabian Maidana, freaking Errol Spence. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. What is this is this retinal gate? Is this eye gate 2021? I don't know, dude. I just don't believe in the PBC's practices at this point, and talking boxing on Reaper Gang Radio. I just don't believe in the PBC's practices. And I feel like even with the little commotions that happened over the time that I wasn't even present to even give you guys any type of boxing talk from my perspective, I just truly feel as though I'm just like, damn, I just watched a whole bunch of ping pong and go back and forth between these two individuals on something that should be easily done, easily made up. And shit, that was about a couple of months of that. So I just don't feel like the drama, no, we just can't, step away from the drama that quick. That's just not boxing. There has to be a little bit more drama than that. It can't be that easily put together. It's not in the PBC's nature to operate that way. They've got to sprinkle some type of drama. They've got to throw us some type of curveball, some type of Nolan Ryan change up in the 11th hour. So all I'm saying is, fight fans, fellow boxing enthusiasts, boxing fans alike, all Two Hands is saying is, I'm just waiting for more drama. Am I trying to insinuate it? Absolutely not. All I'm saying is, just be ready. Just be ready, because it could potentially happen. It always happens. I'm just saying, this is just a major year of letdown and hella L's, bro. Both L's and that hella, yeah, man, fucking boxing is responsible for all of that shit. STC, what's up, my guy? Hold on, I think I just saw Mark in here. Mark, what's going on, brother? That's all I can. And James, at the end of the day, that's all I can do. I can only speak from places where I feel as though, I mean, looking at just the totality of the situation and everything that has been continuously taking place, I just don't want to kick my feet up just yet. I feel as though it's fight fans. I feel as though it's, boxing channels alike or whatever. Shout out to Mark, man. He's been putting out some great content here lately, man. Been really, really loving Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Definitely go subscribe over there if you haven't subscribed. I kind of sit in the same realm of thought. It's just like, I just can't put my feet up just quite yet. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like boxing is consistent of more drama outside of the ring than the dramas that should be taken on the inside of the ring. It's been more like a snooze fest when we get to the events, because we're like, man, this shit is not what the hell we signed up for. And God damn it, we're paying for it. How does that work? How does that work, guys? Don't ask me. What's up with the bro? Canelo wants that title, and as long as plans hold it, then the PBC get Canelo fighting on PBC. It's in the PBC's interest to pull Plant out and get a multi-fight deal with Canelo by default. Okay, speaking of that, if anybody can inform me, because I don't know, does anybody, because I was trying to look for it on the internet right before I came up here, but I got sidetracked doing some other shit. Does anybody know the stipulations of the contract? Like, how many fights are coming out of this deal? Is there a rematch clause sprinkled on it? I mean, how much the guys are getting paid? Where's this fight taking place? Because I just got information from an individual who lives out in Las Vegas that no fights are going to be taking place in Las Vegas. COVID type shit, that shit is shut down. So I feel like boxing is about to take a major L anyway. But we'll get to that later. But as far as the contract is concerned, can somebody please tell me what it is that I don't know? And that's just based on, what the contract is. Like, I just don't know right now. And because I was under the impression that Reynoso, Canelo, they didn't want to be tied into no multi-fight deals. And, of course, that could be, and you're absolutely right, don't ask me. This is probably the PBC's biggest money maker of the year, probably the past couple of years, because finally people are getting to witness something that we would be like, oh yeah, we're just going to talk a bunch of shit about, but is Canelo really going to be able to get that title from those guys? Man, we just know how they work. But yeah, it would be in their best interest to make that fight. And it would be in their best interest to have their name headlined all above that fight so they can take the credit for it. I mean, shit, so when you do having a big event and it's taking place, I mean, shit, considering all of the deflated events you guys have put out and how you guys have been consistently, oh my God, consistently in the red on a fight-by-fight basis. Shout out to my bro Julius and Ring IQs, just like he said the other day. I don't even know how these guys have been consistently staying afloat all of these years, considering all of the fights that they were in the red. So yeah. It would definitely be at their best interest to want PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, or Premier Boxing Crooks, top billing all on that headline if it is hosting a Canelo and Caleb Plant fight. And hey, man, I got to give credit where credit is due. If they got up off of their high horse and they're willing to make that fight, and if is Eddie Hearn still working with Canelo on this, or what's going on? I mean, what is taking place? After Fury splits Wilder's wig for a third time, hopefully we get Fury versus AJ. If we get it, it needs to happen in the UK, but a fat chance the way things have been going. And all I can say to that is, fuck that fight happening anywhere else but the United Kingdom. And if it doesn't happen in the United Kingdom, if there's no way it could happen in the United Kingdom, I feel like it should happen in the States so they have the best chance and the most comfortable chance of watching that fucking fight and being able to enjoy it and partake in all the other festivities they like, that fans like to partake in when they're watching, a fight of that magnitude. But overall thing, I definitely think that the United Kingdom should not be robbed of the undisputed glory, especially when it's two of their countrymen. It's the only place it makes sense to me. And if it's not anywhere else other than the UK, then fucking pretty much you're speaking gibberish. I'm indifferent to it all at this point. In what way, bro? I mean, I think, man, there's appreciate you too, brother. Appreciate you too. You already know that goes without saying. Definitely my guy. Inside of boxing, and you know, the relationship we created with one another outside of boxing. That's real shit. It's real shit. I'm a Fury fan inside the ring. In my opinion, he's the truth, but outside the ring, he's an unreliable goofball. I'll never take anything away from Fury's talent. I'll never take anything away from him as a heavyweight champion. I just say, man, the dude's never defended. Oh my God, but since we're here, before I get to the next comment, since we're here, could you guys believe Dan Raphael? Could you believe what he said out of his mouth? Did you guys catch that tweet, or was it an Instagram post? When he's talking about, you know, when he's bigging up Tyson Fury and all of this crap, and then one of the guys comment back and say, Fury's never even defended a title. Then he proceeds to call the guy who pretty much brought that up. He calls this dude a casual and says another motherfucker who doesn't know shit about boxing. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere along those lines. And says that pretty much Fury has defended the lineal title 6 times. Now, if we want to sit up here and be technical, you fat bastard, if we want to sit up here and be technical, because you know what I'm saying, like, look, man, I'm going to go ahead and fuck up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and fuck up your white tea today, Dan Raphael, because we already know you one fucking breakfast sandwich away from fucking putting grape jelly on it anyway. So let me go ahead and put some shocking on in your morning and go ahead and spill coffee all over the front of your shit, since you want to play these fucking casual fucking games. If you want to be technical about the lineal, I'm sorry, but when you test positive for drugs and when you retire from a fucking sport and you can chalk either one of those, if you can wrap all of these things in together, doesn't matter, either one, the drug testing or retiring, you lose that lineage. That lineage breaks, bro. Right or wrong, fight fans. So how are you going to sit up here and gloat on a man being a lineal champion when he came back to boxing a couple of years later after he broke that lineage, and now you want to sit up here and say, oh, well, he's defended the lineal 6 times. And who are we talking about here? Are we talking about Tom Schwartz? Are we talking about Otto Wallen? Are we talking about Francisco Payanetta? Are we talking about, who am I leaving out here? There's a couple people I'm leaving out. Francisco Payanetta, not Cesar Meta, fucking Francisco Payanetta, Tom Schwartz. Who was the other guy that he was holding and cradling and kissing at the event? Well, all of the individuals that he fought when he came back. So how is he lineal? And to what the gentleman did and what the gentleman said, don't let this fat piece of shit try to tell you that you're wrong. No, he has not defended a title. And the one time that they were trying to hold him accountable to defending a title was when they were, when Dillian White was supposed to be implemented as the mandatory challenger, regardless of whatever, because you know how long he's been been left on the fucking bitch, waiting to get his shot in the game, coach. He was willing to throw it in the trash. So, Dan Raphael, you sound like a fucking idiot. You sound like an ignoramus. And this is the person who stepped away from ESPN being their top journalist or whatever. Their senior journalist, I believe, their senior writer, someone correct me if I'm wrong, to stepping out doing his own thing, and you being completely disingenuous about the sport and the practice of boxing. Bro, if you're going to fucking cap, man, please don't do that shit here. Take your motherfucking ass to Lids and go buy a new one, motherfucker. But don't do that, dude. Don't do that. And then don't try to belittle a fan for correcting you, because in some way, shape, or form, these people that sit at the top, they feel as though whatever they say is law, and we're just supposed to go along with that, like we're not watching the same boxing matches that you're watching, like we're not holding you guys accountable in this social media era for everything you say. It's funny how you can hold other people accountable, but can't nobody hold you accountable for your fucking casual praises and your bullshit that you throw on Twitter. I'm sorry, but for one, I'm not going to go for that shit. Jeff, I hope so, mate. I can't see it happening now. Hope I'm wrong. Man, it's just been so much shit sprinkled into that on that Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury shit, bro. It's just like, man, if it happens, great for the boxing world. I'm fucking ecstatic. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for us all to chop it up and talk about it. I mean, shit, we've been talking about it for several years now. Will it happen? It's one of those things you got to show me, man. Show and prove, show and prove. Shiz biz salute. It's another social media soap opera. Yeah, man, as usual, as usual. Hard enough, it's fucking hard to stomach. Like I just ate a whole fucking loaf of fucking dry French bread or some shit like that. Try to crap that shit out. Tell me, Nealon, what's up, brother? Javi. Look, man. The new C-19 restrictions have got me thinking Fury won't be able to travel. Man, everybody, listen, dude. Man, man, fuck, man. Shout out to New England. I mean, shout out to New Zealand. Unfortunately, I was just watching the news the other day in New Zealand. They fucking contracted one new COVID case that was verifiable of this new Delta variant, and all of a sudden, now they've shut down the entire country. Everybody has been mandated to their homes. Nobody can leave outside of getting groceries. So once again, they're back on a full lockdown. So what does that say? I always say to my friends when we're speaking about stuff like this, I say, man, all you have to do is look what's going on in the countries that are abroad and see what they're implementing over there and watch how they're going, and then they're eventually going to put that shit on us in the States. So it's I just knew it was just a matter of time, man. So if Vegas is shutting down, you already know what's going to happen to the rest, man. All of the other chips is going to fall behind that. But once again, I don't want to speak these type of things into existence. I'm all for boxing. I'm all for people being able to socialize and associate and get their money. So let's just hope that these motherfuckers don't try to kill people's livelihood and kill our entertainment over something that has a 99% success rate on top of it. But you know, when I speak of these things or whatever, I just got out of monetization jail, but you know they'll throw me right back in that shit. Hey, I'm used to it. If they put on better fights, they will make money. That's the thing. It is literally that easy. Miguel is that simple. If you put on the fights people want to see, you will get the money. You will get unfathomable money that you didn't even think you could make. Fuck even trying to estimate what you believe that you're going to pull in on the purse. You won't even have to think about it. All you got to do is just kick your feet up and just sit and watch the money come in. Because it's going to come in. I think Dana White is at that. And see, that just shows the practice of Dana White right now. Dana White is consistently on go with putting on the best fight cards that he can possibly put on. I hate to shovel UFC shit in people's faces, you know, and boxing fans' faces, but it is what it is. And this is just speaking towards the business model. Dana White just puts on the best fights and has the best fighters fighting the best fighters time and time again. So before, when he was trying to fill up these arenas and these venues and get UFC out to the world, unlike it is now, out to the whole world on a very popular scale, competing on a side-by-side level. And in a lot of people's minds, kind of just, you know what I'm saying, like trailblazing on some different shit. Even got boxing in the rear view a little bit, or a lot of bit. You know, he doesn't even have to fucking, like, I think it's to a point now where Dana White doesn't even have to go stupid hard about like the promo of trying to sell you certain individuals, because you know by the business model that you know what you're going to get when you go watch an Ultimate Fighting Championship match. You know what you're going to get. So those tickets are going to sell regardless. So if boxing got back to that, they would suffer from the same successes. That would be I would love to have those type of problems. So shout out to Dana White. And yeah, hey, Bob, you can hate all you want to hate on what they got going on over there, but it shows from you guys choosing to do shit the way you do it, and all of you guys being just egotistically freaking out of control. Is like the ego bubble most definitely needs to pop when it comes to a lot of you promoters. Because it trickles down from the promoter to the fighter, and god damn, man, it's most certainly an L at that point. You just gotta pop the ego bubble, man. Just get back on and making the best fight for the fans, and understand that just like, you know, pretty much most of liberal Hollywood right now, how they don't get it. Yo, you shovel out these bullshit movies to us and just think that you can critique them however and act like the fans don't matter, then we're going to stop digesting your product. And then what? You're losing money. You're getting lawsuits by your own stars and the people that you created. Boxing. You think that y'all can just shove us whatever and you just guys are going to just get your money and everything's and just the streets are going to be paved in gold for whatever freaking fight cards you throw out there for us? No, no. We're gonna let you know. Fandom runs this shit. If you're having a boxing ring, where's the boxing ring always set when you're going to watch an event? It's set in the middle of the fucking arena, right? Why is that? You guys might be the center of attention and viewership, but at the end of the day, what surrounds you? Nothing but fans. It isn't the people who are helping try to sign your fucking checks. It isn't the people who are trying to put out certain advertisements for you guys or anything. It is the seats that surround you that make you. So when you stop caring about the seats that surround you, hey man, you're hit. And guess what? Until the day I see a boxing ring set in the center of a fucking arena and there are no seats around you, and you guys are showing me how you're making money without doing that, without having that gate that you definitely and you most certainly need, then maybe I might come off of, you know what I'm saying? I might step away from my opinion a little bit here. But until then, I ain't got shit to say other than y'all motherfuckers got to understand that the fans make this shit go round. And until you get the fans what the fuck they want, hey, you're going to have other people and other fighting companies and shit going on with other fighting styles just shitting on you. Most definitely, man. Salute to all the Reapers, man, for sure, man. Salute to the whole Reaper gang, man. You guys are fucking definitely appreciated. Let's see, man. Just running down the comments. We on tap-in time. I just lost my spot. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. I think Caleb should be allowed to stuff his gloves with tissue so he can sleep nicely when Nello sparks. You know what? Give him some of that fucking, give him some of that foam, like some of that egg crate foam or whatever that people like throwing underneath on top of their mattresses and shit to make their, you know, their bed softer when they sleep at night. Just have him tuck some of that in there too, man. Fuck it. Why not, man? Give him that new shit. Because he's going night-night. Or, you know, he might just be a curdle. He might be curdling a little bit around the gut area from all them body shots or whatever. I would just say have somebody on standby outside of the ring that is proficient when it comes to internal bleeding and how to, you know what I'm saying, to extract all of that internal blood loss out, out of the digestive area that is Caleb Plant. Because he's going to be suffering from a lot of body work. With a guy that's got carry-on knockout power that goes up to 175. For real, let's be serious, man. Canelo can do that 175 shit. Canelo ain't no little boy, man. Have you seen this fucking guy? Have you seen this guy? The dude's fucking huge, man. When the fuck did Terminator get red hair? When the fuck did the Terminator get red hair? I swear to God, that dude just looks, man. And you look at Caleb Plant body completely undefined, like soft core and all of that shit. That shit is just completely soft and beat down city, bro. If I was Canelo, well, we already know how Canelo operates, so it's not like we got to think too hard about the body work. He's gonna go there anyway. So just be ready for it. Be ready for it. Tyrese, what's goody? Saudi is a better time zone for UK compared to the US. Should definitely be at Wembley Stadium. Yeah, man. Like I said, you know, it definitely is a better time zone, but it doesn't equate to a better time though. Doesn't necessarily equate to a better time. I mean, not speaking from, you know, a time zone perspective. I'm just speaking from a fun factors perspective. Like, you know, there's going to be a lot of things that, you know, guys like myself or guys like, you know, or you know, me, my relatives in the UK, there are things that we like to take part in. There are certain things that we like to do. There are certain rituals that we have when it comes to fight night or when we go to fights. I mean, I think that we all would like to be doing some of those things. Well, regardless of whether we can or we can't, I'm sure we'd be happy. But yo, I'm really not trying to have a dry AJ versus Fury event. Yo, if I can't have the UK fans on fucking 1,000 with cold mug in hand, it just won't feel right, man. It won't feel right. If I can't see beer foam flinging every fucking where, fucking Sweet Caroline singing and all types of other fucking shit, song chants and shit going on, and just, you know, everybody's inebriated as fuck having a good time, it just won't feel right, bro. It won't feel right. 6 lineal title defenses, JD. 6 of them. Call him the GOAT. Call him the GOAT. Now, he did say it on Twitter. Fucking buffoon, man. That dude's a fucking buffoon. All the way. I got blocked by Dan Raphael for that too. And, oh, man. I know you were all the way on that dude's fucking helmet. Because, look, man, I haven't been on Twitter in months. I just haven't, man. Like, I just felt like Twitter was getting kind of toxic for me, in a sense to where, like, I'm the toxic one on Twitter. Just because, like, I don't separate, like, you know, the fact that, you know, people recognize me for talking boxing. Like, I get on that shit just like a civilian get on that shit, because I am a civilian. And I just talk the way I talk. But apparently, you know, sometimes two hands goes a little too far. So I just completely just took a break from Twitter. Got all the way away from that, because imagine how I talk on here and they just chop my money. So shit, if I don't give a fuck about talking that way on here, imagine how I'm going over on Twitter, bro. No filter gang. No filter, Reaper gang. Furious fought the bums for the last 5 years. A whole pack of them, man. A whole pack of Oscar Mayer weenies. Oh my God. So look, so Mark, you weren't the only one that received the blocking by Dan Raphael. I'm sure, look, dude, he should have got crucified for that stupid shit. And you would think that a person who has to professionally talk boxing all the time would get behind that shit. But who is he to really conduct himself mentally and physically as a warrior, you know, and walk a certain way, considering that motherfucker has not missed one Twinkie sale since 1976? Yeah, I went there. Yo, bro, like, I feel like in some certain way, in some way, shape, or form, I feel like people that are completely, like, disrespectful to their own physical well-being and taking their health into consideration, I don't necessarily feel as though you should be the spokesman for speaking on combat sports and how people should be operating well within those, you know, within those rings, man. Because if you are the type of guy who it's just like, when we see you, if you don't have anything less than 3 freaking different sauce stains in a span of from the time you woke up to getting to work, and you don't have 3 different flavor sauce stains on your shirt, if you're not that type of guy, that we're not expecting that, then bro, you shouldn't even, you shouldn't even be talking boxing, bro, because clearly you have never thrown a punch at anyone, well, possibly outside of those people who tried to stick their hands in your lunchbox. I just don't feel like you should have too much to say, bro. And I feel like if you're going to speak on it, man, speak the right way about it, bro. Because, I mean, Dan Raphael, I mean, look, bro. You fat bastard. Dan Raphael had low blood sugar because the buffet was canceled. He was hallucinating. Oh, my God. Diabetes. He retired, so he technically is not the lineal champ. Anyway, that's exactly what I was saying, Mr. T. Salute to you. I was like, bro, when you retire, you lose that shit. Or if you test dirty for anything, you lose that shit. That's how it was since the beginning of time. So if we're going to write all of these unwritten rules for what the lineal really is, I mean, well, shit. I mean, I'm just speaking on what the unwritten facts really are. Ronald Finkley, salute. What's up with the bro? Terrell Fields, what's up, Brody? Yeah, Safari. Sefer Safari. Yeah, him, Francisco Payanetta, Otto Wallen, Tom Schwartz, and Shiante. Shiante. Bro, that shit's official, man. Shout out to my Texas guys, man. That fucking wild boar meat is wild boar bacon, bro. Or brisket, bro. Man, shout out, man. Look, shout out to fucking Texas, man. Holding Safari like a baby than the actual fuck. Man, bro, French kissing, holding each other. The only thing that was missing was that fucking like that song from when that song from Dirty Dancing when Patrick Swayze is sitting waiting for, you know what I'm saying, to waiting to make the epic catch and shit like that. I had the time of my life. And I never ever felt this way before. And I swear this is true. Some fruity shit. It's some fruity shit. I personally hope Fury, I need to cut this thing on Do Not Disturb. I personally hope Fury continues to not defend the title so White can unmercifully smash Wilder. Man, look, bro, it's at the point, Bruce, where somebody has got it fucking coming, my guy. Whoever's got to be on the receiving end of that beatdown that is coming from Dillian White, out. Ooh. Man, he's waited a long time to get his hands on somebody. He's waited a long time. And that person he gets his hands on is really going to catch a hell of an ass whooping. It's not like he's a very nice guy and is approaching the boxing ring anyway. So, yeah, I definitely smell a major ass whooping in somebody's near distant future. Who knows? It might be another thousand. The way these motherfuckers are operating, you never know. It seems like Dillian White is that fucking unloved fucking bastard child that nobody gives two fucks about because the new stepdaddy is in town. Fuck him. Two hands, Crawford versus Porter. Purse bid is day. Yep, I know it is. So I'm waiting to see what comes out of this, JD. I'm waiting because I feel as though little Sean is full of cat, dog, and mouse shit anyway. So prove me wrong, world. Prove me wrong. I would love to see that fight for real. I would love to see that fight so I could show everybody who believed all of this shit about Sean Porter how much of easy work that Terrence Crawford is going to make out of this kid. And then after the fact, how much people are going to jump on this whole bandwagon of flip-flopping, foot-thong, sandy beach-ass bastards are going to sit up there and turn around and say, well, Sean Porter's coming off a loss to Errol anyway. I don't never think he was really the same guy. I don't really think he was trying to take that fight serious. I don't think Sean Porter could really get up for a Terrence Crawford fight. Tell him Sean Porter wasn't ever really that measuring stick. Terrence Crawford hasn't fought anybody. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I feel like there's a certain level of people on this internet. They go from, respecting Terrence Crawford on one hand to completely shitting on him for all of the things that other people aren't willing to do on another hand. These people don't know who they want to identify as every day of the week. They got to be a yes man for this batch of fans, that batch of fans, this batch of subscribers, or that batch of subscribers. Well, guess what? Here over at Reaper Gang Radio, we don't do that shit. We stand on our square. And, I'm not going to change my point of view for anybody. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm dignified in both of those, you know what I'm saying? And whatever the results are. So fuck all of that. Because they're going to switch up. But that's for another day. But I promise you, JD, they're going to switch up, bro. Wizard Sleeve, what's up with the bro? AJ Duckers, 3 ain't happening, more fake. It's fuck mental health problems coming soon. And here's the deal. Does anybody think after fucking AJ slaughters Usyk, or if he slaughters Usyk, I should say, but you guys already know that I believe that AJ is going to knock him the fuck out. Does anybody truly believe that Tyson Fury is going to be geared up to want to take that fight? And any other person we want to see Anthony Joshua fight, does anybody believe he's going to take it? Because shit, let's just look at Anthony Joshua's past couple of years. I mean, he's already been highly avoided, but now, you know, if we really want to talk about all of the talent that's out there swimming around the heavyweight division, there's not much left for him to knock over. So I wonder, how many excuses can you put on the name that is Anthony Joshua, considering he obliterated everybody that's around the heavyweight freaking division anyway? There's not going to be much left for you to offer this guy. So the major fight has to happen, and if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry. Everybody should be pointing their fingers in the direction of those cowards who don't want to make career high paydays, who don't want to make career high paydays and be career high payday great. At the end of the day, that's the only way I can chalk it up. 99.4% survival rate with immune system. Let's not forget that 0.4. Shout out to James Jameson. Wilder is owed a Fury fight ordered by an arbitrator. Wilder is owed a title fight ordered by the WBC. If Fury is stripped and White gets the belt, he might go after AJ rather than Wilder. He'll most certainly go after Anthony Joshua, because we already know Dillian White wants that undisputed glory, and Dillian White always wants his L's back. I'll be pressing shit. We're back. Unfortunately, I just kicked myself out of the studio for some reason. But yeah, like I was saying, man, we already know Dillian White, he wants his get backs. He wants his get backs. And Anthony Joshua would be that last get back that he needs to get back, with undisputed glory sprinkled on top of that, possibly. And a hell of a career high payday. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He wants those get backs. He definitely does. Usyk is a great boxer, but I don't think he has the size power to beat most elite heavies. He doesn't. And that's the thing. I don't know why people get so blindsided by thinking so much in the Alexander Usyk. I mean, let's see. Let's just look at recent heavyweight history here. Chaz Witherspoon. He spent 7 rounds in high volume, high output, trying to beat this guy, bludgeon this guy shitty. Chaz Witherspoon isn't no fucking great heavyweight. We all know that. So when you're constantly having to beat him and try to melt him down with the type of shots that you were hitting him with, and it didn't come until fucking like late in the 7th, like, bro, that's one thing. Now let's move to Derek Chisora. Tougher fighter, more respected fighter, a respective heavyweight that we could finally give you somewhat of a measuring stick for what you can do in the heavyweight division. What did you do? You were fleet of foot. You were happy to make it through 12. You couldn't even take Derek Chisora's punches. Not saying he is the hardest puncher, but he's a very strong fighter. You couldn't deal with that. You won the fight, but you couldn't technically deal with that. So if you went 12 with Derek, and once again, as happy and as ecstatic you were to make it out of that shit like you just won a title, I don't even think Alexander Usyk was that happy when he won the Muhammad Ali trophy. Right or wrong? That just tells me everything I need to know. When we start really getting up there where shit gets really real, bro, I don't know how you deal with a dude like that. Anthony Joshua was a completely different animal with a completely different punch. Size different. Punch different. Speed underrated, very fucking fast. Adaptation as a fighter. He's been adapting a lot, learning a lot. You're dealing with a 2.0 that's just a lot more ferocious. Nothing to worry about. Very disciplined. Comfortable where he sits in the heavyweight division. And I don't think, this dude don't scoff at nobody that's throwing his way. Man, look, man, is there a chance that Anthony Joshua could potentially run through the entire fucking top 10, top 15 of the heavyweight division because nobody else would? When the kid gets bored, he wants to fight. This dude was willing to fight. No, man, look, man, no fans, no crowd. This dude even wanted to fight on fight camp. Eddie Hearn was like, AJ, we can't do that. We can't do that. And this motherfucker's like, put me in the game, coach. He don't even care if he don't even care if Matchroom's up by 50. 4 minutes left. Put me in the game, coach. I love that dude, man. Pause, man. Yeah, man. I fat fingered it. They need to put these boxes into something they're actually good at. Cause hey yo, they start a whole fucking lip boxing championship and shit. These motherfuckers would be absolutely phenomenal at it. Cause I swear to God, these motherfuckers do more tongue boxing than anything in the world. Pause. Like, like all these dudes do. I swear to God, man. If words could only cut, if words could scar, if words could burn, singe, or lodge inside your skin, like yo, these motherfuckers would be, yo, they would be like, they would be on the level of Kill Bill's Hattori Hanzo. You know, everybody was after that sword on Kill Bill. Hattori Hanzo made that motherfucker. Yo, they would be cutting on the level of Hattori Hanzo for real, on some Kill Bill shit. As much shit as they talk and don't back it up. I swear to God, clogged septic tanks all over the industry. Ugas is fool's gold. I've been saying that forever. Yeah, man, too little, man. Little dude in a heavyweight position with very, very little power. He has to soften you up over time, bro. And I mean, like, my thing is this: how even if he comes in the ring against Anthony Joshua with the superior boxing skill, how much of that time are you gonna be able to operate where you're gonna be able to soften this dude up or get close enough to him to be able to do so because you're a couple inches under slim? You're definitely shorter than the guy. You're the smaller guy. You're gonna have to give it to get it. And how much, like, yo, it's kind of like, you know, that fly that's at the elephant's ear and shit, and all the elephant got to do is wave that motherfucker one time to move it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Usyk, but I'm just saying, from what he showed me at the heavyweight division, bro, I can't translate that it's going to be the success to be Anthony Joshua, a guy who's been consistently sparking top 10 opposition at the heavyweight division as a true heavyweight. Dude, at this point, you're just happy to be here, just using that WBO mandatory. Well, I can't say that because you really going to go out there and fight. But will you win, though? I definitely give you credit for going out there and doing what you're trying to do, but I just don't think you can do it. And if you prove me wrong, oh God, if you prove me wrong, I'm going to sit in silence on the live for like 3 minutes, yo, with the I got struck by lightning face. And I'm just going to look at the comments. I'm going to just watch them come in because I know they're going to be coming. AJ got them heavy ends. Usyk will get KO'd betting on round 6 through 10. That's a good way to put it. Honestly, man, we could all go out and watch this fight and fucking Usyk could be going to sleep in the second, third fucking round. Who knows? Because, you know, one-shot power, man, it's different. It's different. The boy gonna get beat up, man. Even low IQ think Usyk has no chance. But this motherfucker said low IQ. But they keep hoping. Man, they can hope, man, look, man, hoping and wishing and sitting on our knees praying, no blasphemy intended. Like, man, look, that shit don't pay the rent, man. Hoping and wishing has never paid the rent. Going out there and getting it, though. But can you go out there and get it? I don't know, dude. For real, man. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. I like dude, too, a lot. I just don't see it, man. Gary Russell Jr. would be undisputed if Lift Boxing made a championship. That dude be pump faking the most. Oh my God, his pump fake game is something like 96 Hakeem Olajuwon in the fucking Rockets with Sam Cassell at the point guard, bro. Pump fake game, ridiculous. Like Gary, like, yo, how does this dude always manage to find fight hype at the times where other people happen to be, you know, capitalizing on their success by getting in the rings and fighting? And then here we come, man. We got this dude out of fucking DC just popping up, getting in the motherfucking camera, talking about a whole bunch of shit don't nobody want to hear because we don't believe you, bro. You said everybody you wanted to smoke with everybody and nobody wanted to smoke with you. Well, I'm sorry, I would believe you if that wasn't a fucking lie. Because we already know Josh Warrington and Eddie Hearn made you $1 million offer that you turned all the way down and said was beneath your standards. Mister, I only fight once a year, and I believe the last fight he was in was who? Against who? King Tug? Was it King Tug? Come on, man. Come on, man. Shit, I don't even think 80K in the contract is underneath your standards right now, Gary Russell. Like, for real. It don't look like you eating like that. Baby boy, I'm just saying. This is the same dude who was capping. Oh, my God. Like, bro, to even mention Terrence Crawford's name, how dare you, bro? You were asking for every bit of the murdering spree that everybody on Twitter was going to give you. Because you definitely deserve to get shot that day. You definitely deserve to get Twitter shot that day. Aries Murphy, salute. Andrew, what's popping with you, bro? Salute to you. London in the building. Oh, London always in the building. Heavy. I'd rather see an ass whooping than a pure KO. Man, like for real, I love methodical breakdowns, but just that shocking blast, man. We know AJ got that blast. It's like, man, Alexander Povetkin was putting up a great fight against Anthony Joshua. The entirety of the fight, I must say, and the next thing you know, a short chopping shot just this motherfucker just went lights out, bro. I was still trying to figure out what happened. I think I went to the microwave and shit to get the popcorn out the microwave. It's like, this shit went longer than I thought. It's better than I thought. Next thing you know, I come back. Fight's over. Fight's over. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. You just don't know what AJ, man. I don't think AJ gonna box this dude head off for real. I think AJ just gonna beat him up. He bigger, he's stronger. I don't think he got really too much to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, Usyk ain't a knockout artist. I think AJ just gonna go in there and show him what this heavyweight life like. What y'all think, man? I think it's gonna be a night where he's really going to experience what the heavyweight life is like. Man, I'm telling you. I'm right there with you, Toby. It is not going to be pretty. I'm just saying everything in my body says, man, I just don't know, bro. I remember Bob. Remember Bob Arum? This motherfucker. I don't even know why he said this shit. They were talking about something completely different. I believe it was like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder or something like that. This motherfucker just said, Cool Brad Pulev will knock Anthony Joshua the fuck out. I was like, the belligerence, the ignorance. I was like, this dude's senile as hell. I was like, where the fuck did Anthony Joshua come from? He was like, he couldn't even beat Andy Ruiz. Do you guys see Andy Ruiz beating Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury? He was like, no. And he's like, and he beat Anthony Joshua. And he ran like a pussy and gave him this hard-nosed stare at and shit like, yeah, motherfucker, I called him a pussy. I said he ran like a pussy. Cool Brett Pulev will knock him the fuck out. But who ended up running during the course of that fight after they got tapped on their chin with a little bit of heavyweight love, though? With a little bit of heavyweight love from the right glove? Who went retreating, literally turned around, booked it out of Dodge and tried to run from getting their head caved in because it was like Kubrat was like, he got punched. That shit felt like a shot from a gun with like full of fucking pellets and powder and shit. That bitch just took off. He was like, yep, I don't want no more of this shit. He was like, we might be in a ring, but that don't mean I can't run for it. He tried to run from the knockout. I bet. Like you, and if you ask Bob Arum if he said that shit or try to hold him accountable for saying that shit, play the video. He's like, I didn't say that. Play the video. Like, I don't remember. I might have said it, but I don't remember it. Oh fuck, man. Julian's imagine bragging about a sucker punch from when Crawford was a tween. I think that was Gary's biggest flake. Yo, that just exposed all type of fuckboy energy, all type of hoe ass energy in him, JD. Like in every sense of the word, bro. It's just like, bro, you bragging on sneaking this, man. When y'all was in your amateur days, bro. Like that's the highlight of your life right now. To talk about, arguably pound for pound number one when you're pound for pound number none. That's what we're doing. And as a person who fights for a fucking living, like, yo, we never give credit to those who sneak anybody. So for you to sit up there and talk about something like that, bro, real grown man, goofball, second childhood type immature shit. That shit, it's like that old shit that used to be on YouTube. Unforgivable. So hold on, I saw somebody make somebody put a comment up about Usyk that I wanted to post because I don't want to be lopsided. For the believers in Usyk, I definitely want to post that up as well. Where was it? I just saw it. Yeah, we know you rocking with with your boy Tyson, and ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Everybody favors is who everybody favors, because until those individuals get in the ring, we can hypothetically have our opinion on who's gonna win and who's gonna do what and who rightfully sits where. But until that is proven, man, it's all up for speculation, man. It's just all hypothetics, man. Robert Cantu salute. He was like, you think Murat Gassiev has a chance at heavyweight? Man, for real? I think Gassiev has a chance to have a better freaking heavyweight run than he had at cruiserweight. But who knows? It still remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I just, who's he supposed to be fighting? He hasn't had his introduction to the heavyweight division yet, has he? Bring back the championship round 13, 14, and 15. Man, that would be the shit. But you want to know what? We would probably have more boxers coming out campaigning about not doing 13 to 15 rounders than anything. You would probably hear these motherfuckers collectively come together and voice how much they wouldn't want to do 15 rounders, and it would be all the cowards. It would be all of the usual suspect cowards in boxing that we truly can't stand and which will get off of their little fake ass high horse and actually go out there and do something worth a damn. Oh yeah. And that's serious energy right there, JD. When motherfuckers say, like, for real, well, I break, man, fuck all this boxing shit, I just smack fuck you up. Because it's like, man, like, you gotta take that shit personal if you Bud. And knowing what type of person Bud is, because look at it like this. Gary Russell, you'll never box him in a boxing ring. He's operating down in the 126 to 120 area. So why would you even mention Bud? Why would you even mention him? So if anything, you was just trying to be disrespectful on some different shit and just try to act like Bud some type of sucker that you can just talk about some past mishap, sucker shit like that and throw on his name. So I know where that energy came from. That shit this ain't no boxing talk. This is some I will literally beat the shit out you talk. Like, I'll break your fucking neck just to let you know why you out here playing in the media. I'm not playing with you. So let me get that clear. Let me go ahead and make this clear right now. And fuck what anybody else got to say about it, because I don't think Bud was really too worried about being politically correct at that moment in time. You shaking the wrong tree, my dude. Yeah, man. Hey, what was Cool Brett Pulev saying? Well, that was probably one of the funniest damn press conferences I've seen. Funniest Anthony Joshua press conference I ever seen. What was Cool Brad saying that joint? He was like, Anthony, he was like, what was he saying? I can't remember, but he kept saying something. He's like, I'm too good, or some shit like that. Like, he just kept trolling AJ. And AJ was like, man, humble yourself, bro. Humble yourself. You don't know what you're getting into right now, but you definitely need to humble yourself. Oh, there it is. Joshua gonna catch Usyk with a right uppercut that would drop him. Oh yeah. Sleepy time. That neck stretch uppercut. Ooh. Like it's like after, when you watch Anthony Joshua highlights, it kind of like reinforces, like, I see why all of these dudes do that tough talking from about 10,000 miles away. Because like his shits is like two freaking Yukon Denali's just smashing each other head-on collision at like 100 miles an hour. The way he be punching motherfuckers' whole heads off. Like, and he ain't just punching just anybody's whole heads off. He's punching the best competition that's out there off. Like, so it's just like, man, this dude's got a devastating fucking punch, man. And now he's leaner than ever, faster than ever, more nimble than ever, man, putting his punches together better than ever. And he's still young, still learning. All that shit breeds is danger on top of more danger on top of more danger. And until, Anthony Joshua shows me otherwise, this is the only way I could speak about this man. Because he has done nothing but show me that he is a real killer. Not too many people have showed me that. Anthony Joshua and kind of like Bud Crawford got that same kind of attitude. They real chill, laid back. They're just cool motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Don't say too much. Don't speak too much. You know what I mean? But when they speak, they want to be heard. They're going to make sure that you respect it and understand it. Like, yeah, but piss them off, it becomes something completely different. And I think Cool Brad Pulev got that. I think Kell Brook got that too. Kell Brook didn't know where the hell he would sleep at. He got Bud, when he waking up, Bud Crawford in his face talking about, what did Bud say to him, man? Bud said, am I still small or some shit? After Bud knocked him out, he walked up to him and Bernie said something about Bud said, am I strong enough now? Am I still small or some shit? That's what type of attitude that dude got, man. That shit is spooky, man. Nigga knocked you out, walked up to you, told you it's gonna be all right. This is a boxing ring. I repeat, this is a boxing ring while your bearings are still coming back to you. Slide and counter salute. Yeah, I told you. I fucking told you. He told him too. That nigga's an asshole for all the right reasons, man. Like, yo, Kell Brook had the worst flight home, bruh. The worst flight home. That replay that shit will if I was Kell Brook, child, anytime that nigga pisses me off, I'm just gonna go to the fourth round. We just gonna take this shit to the fourth round, Dad. What did you say? Clean my room? You remember this? I told you. Oh my God. Remember what Bud said to that Haitian dude on HBO, you got what you was looking for, right? Oh yeah. He rolled up to him in the corner and was like, you get everything you was looking for? That was God damn it. Oh, which fight was that? That wasn't Prescott, was it? It wasn't the Prescott fight. That was yeah, I think that was when Bud was at 100. I think that was when Bud was campaigning at 135. I know it was at 135, 140. I think it was like Bud's like his late teens, early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like in his late teens and like his fight after his 15 fight, but before his like 30th fight, some shit like that. But totally motherfuckers up, man. He'll knock your ass out and assure you that you just got knocked the fuck out. And it quite possibly could be okay after you pick your heart up off of the floor to just broken fucking pieces and your jaw that might be laying next to it. You know, you trying to put that shit back together like a fucking, like, remember that old shit back in the day, Puzz 3D and shit, the three-dimensional puzzles, while you trying to Puzz 3D your whole fucking jaw and your heart. Oh, good shit, man. Good shit, man. Yeah. It was the Hank Lundy fight. That's what fight it was. It might have been the Derry John fight, though. I think it was the Hank Lundy fight. American Crawford versus Zab Judah. That shit would be controversial. Man, them dudes would genuinely hate each other. With Bud's personality and Zab personality, he got to give you all the smoke up on the front end. Bud personality, he want to give you all the smoke on the back end. So you know what Bud gonna do. Bud gonna be pissed. Gonna be trying to fast forward his whole life to fight night and shit. If he could fucking Thanos glove that shit, if he could Thanos snap that shit to fight night, he would. Yeah, that's exactly who it was. Derry John. That shit was hilarious. Did you get what you... He was talking big shit from the opening press conference to the final jump. That's all he was doing was talking shit. Y'all watching that shit as soon as I get up off this shit, man. That shit is hilarious. Derry fucking John. And you see what happens to him after, you know, they do this stupid shit. We need to put together, like, I might do a video, man, for like all of the opponents that talk trash to like the most humble guys. Like, I might do some shit for have like Joshua mixed in, have Bud cuts mixed in, have Manny Pacquiao cuts mixed in, but they can only be active fighters though. They still got to be active, man. And we'll do a whole Reaper cut on all of the motherfuckers like before and after and shit, kind of like on some Office Honcho shit. Lucky dude. The question is, was the Derry John bit funnier than Curtis Stevens praying? Oh shit. Nah, son. Nah, son. That before and after for that fucking that Curtis Stevens fight versus Triple G, bro. The look on his face is priceless, bruh. Like it's like damn. Like that shit was like, it was like he was shocked that he was on the floor, but he was still suffering from the effects. He was shocked he was on the floor, and he was even more shocked how hard that he got hit to get him there. This motherfucker was looking at Triple G like, look, man, you can have all my lunch money for the rest of the year. You can have my lunch money for the rest of the year, Nelson. He like Bart Simpson. He tried to avoid Nelson out that joint. Here, Nelson, you can take all the lunch money. Gave him all he asked for. Oh yeah, that shit would be controversial. You're gonna see all 5 of Bud's trainers, Bud, fucking Red. You're gonna see Bernie. And Bud's sister, everybody in the ring throwing fists out that joint. And everybody on Zab team, like, nah. Keep those guys away from each other. Thank God that, Zab operated in a different time than Bud. And, they just stayed far away from each other because, that shit would be controversy. Great TV, to say the least. Great TV. We saw what happened when Mayweather and Zab got together. We saw what happened when they got together. God, no. Nah. We don't need that. This motherfucker hit that motherfucker. He said, he had that look on his face when he hit him. He was like, shit, motherfucker. Sat me down, piss running down my leg and shit. Or he had that shocked look on his face. He's like, oh, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like to slide in your own feces in front of the whole world and they don't know you shit on yourself. This is how it feels when you shit your pants as a grown-ass man. This is what it feels like. Oh, man. That's different. That's fucking different. I like them dudes a lot. I wouldn't even want to see freaking Duran and fucking Bud. Ooh, that would be that would be a hell of a fight. Shit. Duran versus Bud at 140. That would be ugly. Oh yeah, she was big mad. We should have talked he should have chalked that shit up. Hey, remember when Curtis Stevenson was holding Marcus Brown back from, like engaging with John Pascal when he pulled out the wig and shit like that, and he was like, are you gonna hold like a woman and run like a chicken? Or are you gonna fight like a man? Are you gonna hold like a woman and run like a chicken? Or are you gonna fight like a man? Remember how Curtis Stevenson was holding him back? I think that was from a moment of nostalgia that he was having when he was thinking to all of that shit he was popping against Triple G. And when he got that shocking moment of what it felt like to get punched so hard that you shit yourself and you slide in your own feces and you have to experience what that is like in front of the whole world. I think he was holding Marcus Brown at that time because he was trying to save him from making the same mistakes that he did, in which that he didn't. He tried to hold him back. He held him back at the press conference, but the damage was already done. He made too much of an ass of himself. And what happened? John Pascal, Mr. Freaking every fucking bit of HGH, Clenbuterol, all of the freaking over-the-counter good shit at CVS, GNC, freaking every bit of creatine, protein, whatever type of Mexican back alley shots in the ass that he could possibly take. The damage was already done. John Pascal had that boy sliding all over the damn ground, holding his legs like a woman and running like a chicken after he knocked him on his ass the total of 4, maybe 5 times. Fight fans, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do know that he visited the canvas at least a total of 3 times or better in that fight. Wasn't good. Duran is definitely one of the greatest boxers ever. Hands of stone. Like that, yo, remember back then when you had a nickname and your nickname literally embodied everything that you were in the ring? Like you had names like Hands of Stone, and this motherfucker really felt like he was punching you with a whole bag of bricks and shit like that, like with a Santa Claus bag of coal and shit like that. He just felt like he just whacked the fuck out of you in the face with it. You know what I'm saying? You got Hitman Hearns, who really is out that joint with a nasty ass freaking 1-2 stabbing ass jab game. Really freaking vicious, straight fucking shot puncher. You got guys like, you know what I'm saying, Marvelous. Marvin was Marvelous. And I know why he changed his name to Marvelous, so people would have to recognize his greatness by even saying it legally or whatever. But he needed something a little bit like his name should have been like Marvin 454 Big Block Hagler or some shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Big Block Hagler, some shit, because that dude was rough, rugged, hit hard as a motherfucker, one of the biggest freaking natural built specimens as a middleweight I've ever fucking seen. The dude's head was like a whole rock. He's never been dropped the entirety of his career. I mean, look at this dude's head, neck, and trap muscles. I see why he's never been dropped. The dude is even his freaking skull is muscular. Shit was unheard of. But yeah, man, outside I would say about Marvin Hagler, everybody had a fucking nickname that completely embodied who they are. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sugar, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, he was sweet, you know what I'm saying, with the hands, flowed real heavy and all of that. You know, names embodied who you were in boxing then. Nowadays, I just don't know. That Lemieux left hook landed on Steve's was brutal. You want to go night-night, motherfucker. You want to go night-night. He said John Pascal put a wig on ass Marcus Brown and hit him now. And he looked like a woman. That was one of my favorite press conferences, man. Like, I you know what I'm saying? I advise anybody who hasn't watched the PBC's Milk Carton Crew, that video that I put together, you definitely need to go back and watch it. It is a collective of all the L's that Premier Boxing Championship took. I believe, what was it, 2020, guys? 2019, I did that one. But either way, I know it was in the earlier, in the infancy of when I started doing YouTube, whatever. Great fucking video. Absolutely hilarious. You ain't got no choice but to laugh. But it's all in fact, though, because they were just taking L after L, from Jared Hurd to J-Rock to Marcus Brown to Badu Jack. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Like, none of their events that they try to put together to where they tried to sensationalize their fighters to make them popular to the rest of the world, it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. That was the year of the PBC holding hella freaking L's, bro. And you notice after all of that shit was taking place, Fox was like, fuck this, we gotta step in, kind of take this shit over, because look, but they're just fucking the money all the way up. All the way up. And just think about that year alone, bro. We could have got Charlo versus Hurd. You know what I'm saying? Hurd out here talking about it, man. Shout out to Jared Hurd. That motherfucker parents literally live 15 minutes away. Like, it's just sad that, y'all were talking about taking a tune-up fight with J-Rock and going that route, and J-Rock tuned you the fuck up. Like, all in the city, though. You made the city look really fucking bad that day. Then J-Rock goes out and he gets tuned up by Banana Rosario, which is supposed to be a tune-up before the Charlo fight. Like, they just kept messing up. Fight card after fight card, talking about taking tune-ups when really they out there getting tuned up. Ain't that about a bitch? Yeah, man. Like, and people forget that too, James. Like, he jumped 2 weights to go beat Sugar in the way he beat Sugar. No debate. Bust his ass. Man, so people really it's not something to scoff at, man. Like, Roberto Duran's legacy will forever be solidified as one of the greatest lightweights to ever compete, man. Definitely, man. Amazing fucking fighter. That would be a hell of a fight, man, to see those dudes fight each other at fucking 140, 135 pounds. Oh my God. Bud versus Aaron Pryor would be a 5 fight that would need 15 rounds. And we would need ambulatory service on both sides of the fucking canvas at all time. And I think we would need we would need ponchos for everybody who sits in the first 2 to 3 rows from all of the blood that is going to be splattering all over the ring. But to be perfectly honest, Bud, dude, it would take a person like Aaron Pryor to have to fight a Bud Crawford or something like that, because they both have that same type of nastiness, that same type of their punches embody that mean mug of every motherfucker who despises you in your lifestyle, in your life, in your livelihood. They're every bit of their fucking technique, every bit of every punch they throw has nothing but nasty and mean and fucking just vicious intentions all over it, man. That would be a fucking to put something together, to be able to witness something like that, man, that would be amazing. Man, Hagler was a dog, man. Hagler was a dog, and he had to come up the hardest way, considering all of the, you know what I'm saying, to consider golden boy fighters that were around Hagler at that time, and the way he had to, you know what I'm saying, to come up in that, the way he had to come up in the middleweight division. You know, a lot of people didn't have the hard career that, you know, the hard road that Hagler had to travel. He didn't have, you know what I'm saying, the brightest promoters and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That man pretty much had to fight top 5 talent for fucking like what, 10 years straight? Mr. True Dolomite, even he said it was a part of his secret to being so tough. Come on, man. Duran knocked out a donkey. This motherfucker is out here knocking out fucking farm animals, bro. Like that's like, yo, has anybody ever heard fucking that Mike Tyson knocked out a fucking cow? Like he punched a cow and knocked out a fucking cow. I heard that shit. I don't know if it's true or not. I would love to ask him, you know, but I would kind of love to ask him that. But yeah, I heard fucking Mike Tyson like knocked out a fucking cow or some shit like that. Dude, a fucking cow? What would possess your thought process to be like, you know what, today I just feel like punching the fuck out of a cow? But knowing Mike Tyson's temperament, I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it. Not one bit. Wouldn't doubt it. They are, man. They are. And it's unfortunate that, you know, we exist in a world where we got a bunch of softies. You know, the boxing world is outlining softies who really don't want smoke, man. It's sad, dude. It really is. Unfortunately. Facts. Marvin Rockhead Hagler. That would have fit his ass for real, man. Like, yo, Marvin, please stay the fuck away from Hagler or some shit like that. That like should have been his nickname or some shit. Something real cold, something real definitive, something that's like a straight up red flag. Like, stay the fuck away from this kid. Like a red card on the soccer field, shit like that. Get him out of there. Get him all the way out of there. But look, man, that's all I got for today, fight fans. Hope you guys enjoyed Reaper Gang Radio. Will Canelo versus Caleb Plant happen? I hope it will. Apparently, you know, it's officially stated that they proved me wrong. And I said I want them to prove me wrong. But I'm still going to reserve all of my opinions until, you know, the final hour. Because we're not going to know. We know their pullout game is crazy. We know their pullout game is crazy over at the PBC. Shout out to Premier Boxing Crooks, man. Shout out to the whole Reaper Gang, man. JD, Sliding Counter, James Jameson, Dolomite, you know, Miguel, Gerald, Gotti Line, fucking, the list goes on and on, man. Everybody, man, y'all have a wonderful fucking day, man. We're going to do this again real soon. I've been fortunate to have a few days of fucking terrible weather, so I've had to have a couple of days to myself, so been able to do this shit a little bit more. So hopefully, you know, the trend continues. Not bad weather, but being able to do this shit a lot more. So as we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Toby Bartlett, salute. Chen Smoke, salute. D-Town Blast, salute, man. Everybody, man, y'all have a wonderful day, man. Hey, as I always tell y'all motherfuckers is stars, man. So let's go out and shine like something, man. Everybody, peace and many blessings. Respect.